Hi everyone, in this video we are going to talk about TSS subclass 482 visa. So temporary skill shortage visa subclass 482 has three steps. The first one is SBS, standard business sponsor. If the business does not already hold standard business sponsorship, then they need to apply for one. It can take up to 2 to 3 months for the outcome, but this process is pretty straightforward. If the business is 12 months old, that is pretty good. If business should be financially viable, it should be moving in the positive direction financially. So for the purpose of standard business sponsorship, there are certain expenses involved. The Department of Home Affairs charges roughly $420 fees, and there would be charges for migration agent, which can vary anything between 2 to 3,000 or maybe a little bit less or a little bit more depending upon the complexity of your scenario. That is the first step. Once your standard business sponsorship is approved, we go for nomination. In a nomination, we definitely need all the credentials of the standard business sponsor or the employer, and also credentials of the nominee as well, the visa applicant. So his skills assessment if it is required, and his English if it is required, and his experience, whatever is applicable. So nomination as well as visa application can both be done at the same time. If your visa is not running out, nomination can be applied or lodged now, and once the decision of the nomination or outcome of the nomination applications comes, then you can apply for visa. For nomination, there are certain expenses involved. So first of all is the fee for the department, roughly $500. And then we have a skilled Australian fund levy, which also depends on the annual income of the company, and also depends upon how many years you are giving the visa applicant the visa. So if you're giving for 2 years, then it could be roughly 3,000. If you are giving it for 4 years, it could be double, roughly 6,000. And there are certain calculations we have to make to determine how much SAF is required. Another one is you are required to do labor market testing, which takes at least minimum 30 days. You have to run an ad and make a report on the basis of that ad that you're not getting the employee from Australian market who is Australian citizen or permanent resident. The requirement for minimum wage, which is 70K. So minimum wage for TSS visa is 70K unless exemptions apply. But if you are going under standard process, then minimum 70K salary is required. So that is the process involved in the nomination. Once your nomination outcome comes, or even if your nomination outcome does not come, you can still lodge visa application. At the time of visa application, the applicant needs to meet those criteria. So he is required to show minimum 2 years of experience, skills assessment if it is required for that passport holder for that occupation, and minimum English score required is 5 bands roughly. So if you are one of those applicants or temporary visa holders or international students in Australia, if you are currently working in the nominated occupation, and if you have minimum 2 years of experience, part-time, casual, full-time, or part-time equivalent, that all works, you may be eligible for subclass 482 visa. You should first speak to your employer, and if your employer is happy to assist you with your visa application, then you should book appointment for your employer with us, or your employer should book appointment with us, so we can make an assessment and take this further. And you can also reach out to us on the given numbers. We also have a link to our website in the bio. You can book consultation. Thank you.